Get on down. You gotta get on down. Get on down. Get on down. Great rising. Great rising. Great rising. I wonder how it'll rock if we put on some Whitney Houston, but we'll have to see in a second. Let me see. All right. The house that love built. Our house. Great rising. Great rising. Okay. Great rising. I'm putting Negros and frijoles in respective places. I know they're gonna do it. They're gonna do what it tit gotta do. Okay, Google, next song. Yeah. All righty. Our house that love built. Okay, great rising. We're gonna get right on in. No distractions. We're gonna get right on in. Hold on. No distractions. Because it's a good day to focus. Great rising. Hold on, great rising. Great rising. Music is such medicine. Music is such medicine. I'm like working a new job and I'm adjusting, So I'm a little exhausted. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Well, I can tell you the truth and shit. So the world has to be like, I'm strong. So y'all be like, look. Yeah, it's taking some time to balance it all. Great rising, sis. Great rising. Great rising. Great rising to the one or two brothers that show up. Great rising. Yeah, I'm a little bit exhausted, but I'm recalibrating, so to speak. And I'm excited that we're together today. I'm excited about the slumber party. Try to keep that low, so you don't have to listen to that too. All right, great rising. Who out here? Kazi Pader, Kazi Pader. All right. From violence. Oh no, I know we're supposed to be picking up on violence. Violence upon a race. That's what we're picking up at on page 287. Okay, violence upon a race, page 287. Let me slide on this side. That way I ain't got to worry about the cookies coming out the jar. Okay. My baby said, Mama, why don't you just wear drawers? Fuck y'all. As a matter of fact, on that note, before we go forward, I got to be a little bit distracted, especially because I told you that I was focused. I started a new job yesterday, was day 2. So day 1, they said wear just jeans and a t-shirt, and I didn't have jeans or a t-shirt, so I wore one of the children's school uniforms, the white top with their black pants. And then I went to the thrift yesterday, so I bought jeans and a white t-shirt. So both articles of item I don't have. Okay, so I bought jeans and I bought a white t-shirt and I wore it to work. And of course I wasn't as comfortable as I normally am. That goes without saying. Like I'm wearing a bra. I'm doing all kinds of things that I wouldn't ordinarily do. But when I got off the shift last night and I took the jeans off, I was just telling Cherry that it felt like my fucking water broke. That's how much of a relief it was. Great rising sis. That's how much of a relief it was to finally take off the jeans after having not worn jeans for 2-3 years. To finally have worn them and then worn them for 7 hours at a time. I could feel the constriction that Queen Afua speaks of earlier in Sacred Woman. If you're late coming in, you may have missed it. There's a portion, and we are only continually do Sacred Woman. It's an ongoing process. Okay, so you'll step out when you feel ready. But there's a portion earlier where she talks about how ancients wore lappas and kilts and things of the sort because they allow free circulation in the pelvic region. So we all know it's a running joke that if you wear something tight, you can have a yeast infection. But there's so much more to it than just yeast. So by wearing boxers, briefs, jeans, pants, tight panties, thongs all day long, these things do constrict blood vessels, and it does impact our fertility over a scale of time. Okay. All right, so here we are, and it's crazy because they have. I remember the first time I saw baby briefs. I was like, "Oh my God, these are so adorable. These are so cute. Like you can get your baby dressed up like a little man." Like, he ain't even no opening in all of them. A lot of them are fancy and have the opening on the front of the baby briefs, but some of them don't. They just for style. Um, and so often the things that are stylish are damaging to us. All right, so just consider that. Um, yeah, I'm gonna be wearing my jeans again today, but I'm trying to be in and out of this job in a month. Let me get water, and then we're gonna keep riding. Mm, mm, okay. Mm. Great rising, sisters. Great rising. I am so excited. I'm so excited. It's almost time to cut up. It's almost time to cut up. I have so many things planned for us. I want to like yeah, like I'm wait a minute, give me a minute. Get your shit together, Ife. You know, Ife ain't never put shit together. Ife ain't never put shit together. People always move to help me. You know what I mean? They always move to help me, and they say they can see that I'm juggling a lot, and then I look up and they be like, "Queen, if this works, it's done." And it happens that way all the time. My first website, a brother did that. He's like, go to preoccupied.com. That's you right there. Like, ta-da, that's your gift for a year. And I was like, oh my God, I'm the same with my logo. A brother sent it to me, like, do you like this? Or should I try to change this? Or should I try to change that? And I was like, I fucking love this. It's beautiful. Um, okay, that's peace, sis. That's peace. Just yeah, that's peace. I'm gonna be here. Sister, if she could catch a deal on a return flight, she'll be here. I'm gonna be here. If you make it, guess what? I'll be here. If you don't make it, guess what, sis? I'm gonna be right here. Make sure you download the app, not the app. Make sure you download the app. See, that's how that Naker shit happened. And I ain't about defending white folk. I just misspeak like that often enough to know. Especially when I'm talking to the children, the tongue ties. Okay. But anyway, yeah, download Hopper, okay, if you haven't already, so you can watch for cheap flights. You can watch for cheap flights. I had been watching a flight to Puerto Rico for June, and when I first looked, the Puerto Rico flight round trip was $800. It went down to 600. It went down to 400. Went down to 312. Then it went down to 289. Last night it said 289, and you know me. I want to go to Puerto Rico and back for $99. And so here I am waiting. And the app actually notified me last night to say, you may not find a better deal than 289. You should move now or soon. And I thought that was really cool. Oh, so he did another one. All right, let me get to the book because I said that that's what we would do today. We're picking up on 287, Violence Upon a Race. Okay. African women and men were stolen from their people, sold into slavery. Why do I feel like we read all of this? We have, but we got disconnected on Patreon, so I'm going to give you this again. Violence Upon a Race, Healing the Collective. African women and men were stolen from their people and sold into slavery in Europe, the West Indies, and in the Americas. They were subjected to the worst kind of violence that one people on the face of the earth has ever perpetuated upon another, to be enslaved and controlled and abused and raped. We as a people still carry the scars of slavery. These tarnish all our relationships and activities in one way or another. Soul deep hurt has been passed down from one generation to the next, from mother to daughter, from father to son, from husband to wife. My hurts are endless. My African family was ripped from me, my man lynched before my eyes, my baby cut out of my belly. I drowned my sweet, innocent babies to save them from the brutality of slavery. When my children were of age, they were sent away to another plantation, never to see me, their mama, again. I cannot express how deep my wounds are, how much they bleed. Light skinned and dark skinned women were placed at odds, one thinking she's better than the other, one feeling she's less valuable because she compares her kinky hair with another sister's straight hair. Full hips and small hips are at odds. Round noses and pointed noses are at odds. Big behinds and flat behinds are at odds. So here we are today, a product of the violence committed upon our race. Our race has been poisoned by European inhumanity. My land, my language, my dance, my song, traditions, and my dreams were taken from me. My people, the old ways and the wise ways, were taken from me. Today, we African people must call to our ancestors to move through us as we liberate, wash, cleanse, and pray the violence and grief away. We must call on the Most High for a renewed body, a renewed mind, and a renewed, revitalized spirit. We must release the pain, the hurt, the anger, and the rage because it keeps drawing us back to even more violence, which is reflected back to us in our closest relationships. We must go through our sacred woman initiation, lying on the bosoms of elder women folk so that our souls may be nurtured and washed clean. We must celebrate Great Rising, sis. We must celebrate who and what we are as we, the African race, begin to recall ourselves as great, unbending, strong, enduring, creative people unlike any other. We must heal our grief and rage. We must recover ourselves and heal our past to have a future worthy of all that we are. All right. Brandy said trying to afford Puerto Rico. Oh, well, I know it's different from where you're flying out from. So it wouldn't have been the same for us either way. But yeah, like I said, the Hopper app is cool because the notifications will let you know. All right, going on. We're on page 287. Okay, page 287, second column. Violence and the sacred woman. As a sacred woman, I can never accept abuse by man, woman, child, or nation, for I represent the active presence and power of the Almighty Creator. All right, hold on. I don't want us to go back too far. We did the peace prayer. Somebody said they was gonna write that down or type that up. Precious, that was you. Did you get your peace prayer? Queen of Four also talks about in the medicine bag, 2 pages before these pages, that we should have a prayer laminated. And I like that peace prayer. Okay, I like the peace prayer. That's the one that I'm gonna also laminate. I'm gonna laminate. Okay. All right, cool. Let me make sure I dog ear that so I don't forget. Meditating on these words. Hold on. Come. All right. I'm going to start with the peace prayer then. Let's go to page 288. A peace prayer. I am a sacred being. I epitomize and personify peace. There is peace within my soul. I live a life of peace. I think thoughts of peace. I eat the foods of peace. I pray a peace filled prayer. There is no power in peace. There is power in peace and power. Hold on, I'm going to tell you what's on my mind. Um, I remember when I went vegan, some of you know, it was in a meditation. Okay, it was in a meditation, and this is exactly what the meditation felt like. Spirit asked, now that I've identified myself as Aboriginal, as the creator, the sacred source or core that all life comes from, now that I know I'm from the earth, from the ground, why would I not eat from the earth, from the ground? More importantly, why would I continue to eat from the hands of the man that's trying to kill me, diligently trying to kill me? And then in my mind, I could see me choosing the Garden of Eden, so to speak, over, no shade, Jesus's hand. Okay, in my mind, in this meditation where I heard or felt this voice, there's a path, and one is clearly gardenia, okay, and then this other one is a hand, you know, and sure enough, it had fruit in it. It's not like in my mind it was a big hand coming from the sky and the hand had burgers and things. The hand just had it was the same things. It was just the source that made the difference, okay, where it came from. I don't know how to describe that. I know that I know that these peace prayers led me there. These peace prayers. I chose to eat from I chose to eat from the hand of God. And once you understand the layers of the word eat, you know, eat. Maybe you've heard me say before, let everything that crosses your lips draw you closer to God. Let everything that crosses your mouth draw you closer to God. So the things you, or peace or divinity, the things you eat, the things you drink, the things you speak, you know, all of these things, the drugs you take, the alcohol you take, the dick you suck, the pussy you eat, let any and everything that crosses your lips, that passes your mouth, draw you closer to God. And to learn that there are lips on my face, Ashe, and to learn that there are lips other places of my body, and to learn that my pores are also like tiny mouths taking in any and everything that I put on them. It really does put into perspective. Yeah, it really does. Peace, peace. I love you. I'm so grateful for my state of peace. I want peace in my mind, body, and spirit. Peace. Violence begets violence. I am a sacred being. I epitomize and personify peace. There's a peace within my soul. I choose peace. I live a life of peace. I think thoughts of peace. I eat the foods of peace. I pray a peace filled prayer. There is power in peace and peace in power. Not a moment passes that I don't meditate on peace. I am supremely peaceful, so I draw all peace unto me. I'm full of peace. Peace is my refuge, for peace is my divine friend, light, love, and protection. Peace is my refuge and strength. The opposite of peace for me is projection. The opposite of peace for me is projection. I was at the job yesterday, and there's one guy. In the world, they would call him lame. In the world, they would call him a square. Okay. He one of those black guys who looks like a skater guy. He got, I don't even know if it's a wallet chain or what. One of them black guys who got Vans and got a chain going from his back pocket to his front pocket. All you can see is the link. I don't know if it's a wallet or a pocket knife. I don't know. When I was little, only the goth people wore it. I don't know what it is. Okay. He on the break. And on the break, he's watching anime and shit. Like, listen. Okay, he's the thing is singing and humming and shit. I'm like, oh, you sing? He's like, I mean, a little Aerosmith, nigga. Who? Now, also, there's another brother I work with who we call it like it is because we family. He hood as fuck. Okay, when he says, and he calls all of his coworkers his cousin. And when he does, you don't even hear the Z on that bitch. He'd be like, hey, cuz. Atlanta's finest. Hey, cuz, you hand me that play right up. Listen, this brother, okay, where every other woman is a thought, okay, and every other nigga can get the drop. Like, bruh, these two of these brothers have a conversation, and Aerosmith says to Thoughtbot, hey, how's your mother doing? And he say, fuck you, nigga. You don't know my mama, bitch. Like, now he not even, now he was supposed to be coming to get dough and go back wherever the fuck he's supposed to be. I work at a pizza place. Now he got the dough and he's having a conversation over the dough and over the counter talking to this nigga who just asked about his mama. You don't know my mama, bitch. How your sister doing, fuck, nigga? How your auntie doing, hoe? Matter of fact, then he walks off with the dough tray, then he come back. Nigga don't fucking know my mama. How your grandma doing, bitch? Like, wait a minute. I don't even know the dynamic of their relationship. You feel me? I don't know it. And so I actually touched the escalant. I don't know if that's the word. The escalant. That's what we call him, the antagonist. Okay. I touch him And I say, peace, be still. What's going on? What's going on? He's like, nah, man. Me and Steph, man, we be joking around sometime. And I was like, does Steph strike you as the type? Because I'm trying not to call him a square and be like, my nigga, he sing Aerosmith and got a fucking chain hanging from one pocket to the next. If this type of motherfucker asks you about your mother, my nigga, I know you're not around these types of people enough to probably know, but he actually probably wants to know how's your mother. And if you say that's not the case, so what? Tell the nigga how you. I said, is your mama dead? No disrespect, is your mama dead? Like, nah, she stay up the street and shit. I still live with her and shit. Okay. So then say she's fine and keep fucking pressing. Even if he was talking shit about your mama, if you say she good, the joke is over. Like, what are you doing? But we had, he's like, yeah, but that nigga don't. It took a while. It took a while. And then I finally explained to him, and I don't even know if he received it. I was like, you're gonna always receive people the way that you are, brother. Because you the type of nigga who will try to fuck out a nigga about his mama, the same way you just tried to fuck out a nigga about his mama, his grandma, his auntie. You even asked this nigga how his daughter doing. Like, you don't even know if he has a daughter. And you said that. I don't even know if you got a daughter, bitch. But how your daughter doing, nigga? Like, how your little sister doing, ho? Like, bruh, because he asked you how your mother is doing, he could have asked you with his hand. He could have asked with his hand, with the hand on the dick. Real disrespectful, like, nigga, how your mama doing? And what the fuck you could have done was say, she fine. Better than you. And then walk the fuck off. Hey, but violence begets violence. Violence begets violence. Violence begets violence. All right. I'm so thankful that we know the magic in peace. Okay. It's a difference in being a pussy and being peace. And it take a really celestial and sacred entity to be able to decipher the two with ease. Okay. That or a whole fucking lot of practice. So get in where you fit in. Violence begets violence. And I do believe that ingesting violent inducing foods and chemicals contributes to that fire in us. It contributes to that fire in us. It makes us heavy. It's let me see if something besides heavy will work. Let me see if something besides heavy will work. I just know that it's drugs. Okay. The same way alcohol can make somebody a little more violent or a little heavier than they would be. In the same way weed does. There's a lot of us who like to smoke weed before we go to the job. I get it. I like to smoke weed before I go in, but can we be honest? You're a lot more alert when you're not smoking weed. Okay. You might feel like you need this weed and you more focused and shit and you more patient with a bitch. And you probably are more patient, but also there's projection again. You're more patient because motherfuckers have to be patient with your ass also. You forgetting shit, you moving slower than you ordinarily would. Your response time, the science of the matter is different. Anyway, we put these things in and we got to know these things come out. I always say when you start fasting or detoxing and you start having headaches and you start having night sweats and you're moody and you're irritable and you like you know when you start fasting that you've been addicted to something because you can feel the withdrawals. Okay. The only way to prove to yourself that these foods and sweets and cigarettes are contributing to the conflict and anger inside is to eliminate them. All right. To leave them. Hold on one second. Great rising. Okay. Oh, yeah. I don't even know how this is happening. I don't even know how this is happening. We just gonna keep pushing. Listen, hold on right quick. Say, okay. Yes, indeed. Okay. All right. Just want to make sure I ain't put the link in too many places and shit. I will make sure I reserve these lives for y'all since y'all have y'all keep me up. You know what I mean? Like, no shit. Oh, here we go. Y'all keep me up. Gratitude. You don't even understand that shit. Like maybe when you go to Amazon, you just feel like because it's a corporation, or maybe when you go to Walmart, you feel like, or maybe when you go to your job, you feel like you helping some corporate CEO get on a yacht. You just helping me feed my children, yo. I appreciate the fuck out of that. There have been so many times where I've told my children, look, it's apples tonight, B. It's apples tonight, D. And then Dewana, like my phone will chime and I look down and Dewana done sent 9.99. You know what I mean? Like, fuck. All right, yeah. And then yeah. Then the one sis who got out of the Patreon group only to spend more money than what she would have as a Patreon, patronizing my business. I give thanks. Anyway, because I'm all this peace and love, everything you do, I see and receive in peace and love. Okay, so we're gonna get on back to the script. Okay, Ife's not gonna. My mom used to say, "Girl, you a waterhead. You a waterhead." Had me out here thinking my whole life it was a bad thing. Listen, now I know. Okay, here we go. We've done our peace prayer. Okay, from violence to peacefulness through the foods we eat. Food is our fuel. What and how we eat determine the effectiveness of our lives. There are natural food alternatives, so we don't have to feel deprived. We can simply make better choices. One of the biggest differences I notice in me and the people around me is usually my skin. And I even notice the difference in my skin if I start tripping. Okay. And by tripping, I mean I'm not having enough water or I know I'm eating foods that drain the water. So, God forbid I have less water, be less active, and eat more beans. Vegan or not, it's going to come out. Okay. It's going to come out. One of the biggest things I notice, especially being at this job with the people who eat the food there every day, okay, just on their lunch break, even if they get a salad, they still mount it up with chicken and cheese on the top. It's still being washed down with a soda. It ain't even 5 minutes later. It's being sipped as this is happening. One of the biggest things I notice is my skin, but the second is definitely always my patience. And the third, by far, my energy. I think on my lunch break last night, I had celery and apples. I don't know why I love the two together. And I had it in my mind recently. This is also off key. I had it in my mind together that I should put some vinaigrette, like my own vinaigrette, make my own vinaigrette to put over the top, a drizzle over the top of the apple and celery. I think that finely diced, the two of them just together would be I always eat them slices and bars, you know. Um, then I told you the other day I had a salad. It was just iceberg lettuce. And yeah, I know y'all that ain't the alkaline. Yeah, I had iceberg lettuce, okay? That lettuce head, that's $1.49 if you get lucky. I had iceberg lettuce, pomegranate seeds, and then I just squeezed the orange over the top as the salad dressing. That was one of the best salads I had. Could have been hungry. The point is, when I'm eating like this on my breaks at the job, I'm not I'm not tired after. Like I eat and then I actually feel good, and so it's cool for me to work. Most of my coworkers, after they've eaten, like now 2 days in a row, I've heard at least 10 to 12 people say after mealtime, "Oh shit, man, nigga full, man. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to smoke a blunt." I say, I know that our food is our fuel. And it's so peace that she uses that word, especially because men in particular who will say they don't cook or can't cook or don't have time or need a woman to cook, and then they will fuel themselves with garbage, but they respect their cars so much that they only buy the best of gas. They won't stop at the hoo hop shop to get gas. They only go to BP for the best petroleum. Um, Same shit. You wouldn't put corn oil in your gas tank because you know that it'll damage your vehicle. We just have to recognize that it is the same with our bodies. There's all sorts of fuel or gas you can put in it and it'll run, but the quality of the run and the length of the run and the amount of time before you'll be required to refuel is dependent upon the quality of fuel you use. What and how we eat determine the effectiveness of our lives. Noni, it was good seeing you yesterday, even though it was a passing. Did you see me in there crying? Did you see me in there crying, girl? Whew. Listen, did you see me in there crying? I be trying my best to stay strong. Like, no, really, yesterday I didn't cry at all. The day before, I did have to go to the bathroom several times and get my shit together. Just because, like, I'm there. I'm there. I'm there giving thanks because prayers come true. Prayers come true. You better learn how to pray too. Did I ever tell you that? That's what we'll do when we together. Or follow Robin because Robin can teach you. But it is definitely an art to prayer. When I was in the church, they told me I could use prayers from the Bible or I could just speak from my heart. No, no, no. You're not speaking from your heart. You better speak from, I say, oh, yeah, not from the heart. I'm going to tell you, like I tell you all the time. You remember the movie Wishmaster? The lady wishes for eternal beauty. Okay. She wishes to be beautiful eternally and is turned into a mannequin. Okay. A store mannequin. Her spirit or her soul is there. It wouldn't even be so bad if she had just been turned into a mannequin, but her spirit is in the mannequin. So for the rest of her life, she will live stuck inside this mannequin. Beautiful, but stuck in the mannequin. And I prayed for 5 to 9 income streams. I prayed fervently for that, like old folk laid out. And I prayed fervently for 5 income streams. And now there are 5 income streams. Okay. Just never thought that one of them would be me going to the pizza place. I be in the bathroom like, thank you for answering my prayers. Gratitude, Lord. Like, really? Oh, you should have came in and hugged me, sis. That's what they do there. Okay. At my job, that's what they do. They wear pajama pants. They don't have bras on. They give hugs. Girl, every time I work at a restaurant, I know I don't need to eat at a restaurant. Every time I work at a restaurant, I know I don't need to eat at the restaurant. The folk had me clean the sink down with the rag. You're gonna clean the sink down, then you're gonna wet this rag, then you're gonna clean that toilet. You're gonna go in and clean that toilet, then you're gonna go to the next bathroom and do the same thing. So I'm gonna go to the next bathroom and do. Yeah, I said bathroom. I'm gonna go to the next bathroom with this same rag that I just cleaned this sink and these 2 toilets and clean that sink and those 2 toilets. Like, yeah, the same rag that I put on these toilets, you want me to wrench it off and then go wipe down a sink area, like the handlebars on the sink where somebody gonna where somebody it's like, yeah, it's a clean rag. I mean, you are using cleaner and sanitizer and you're cleaning. Like, bruh, which rag should I be using? Because this looks like the kitchen rag. And he's like, well, this is the rag section. You just grab a clean rag and do whatever you need to do with it. And then what happens with the dirty rag? You're gonna put it in that hamper. I don't understand. Nigga, I see you don't understand. You just fucking help me. This the same. I'm talking to the nigga who got the chain from one pocket to the next. Nigga, I know you don't understand. I know you don't understand what's happening in regular black households. And in regular black households, this is an extreme violation. An ass rag should never see nothing else but an ass. The ass rag shouldn't even know that kitchens exist, nigga. Wait, you mean to tell me I'm gonna wipe this shit down? Then I'm gonna wipe some not shit down, then some more shit down. Then I'm gonna put this rag in a dirty hamper. He's like, we have a laundry service. The laundry service picks it up and they wash it. And I mean, they're using some really industrial stuff there, you know? Why the niggas be using Tide Pods? If ever you schedule me to clean this bathroom, that rag going in the garbage. Yes, I did say garbage. I'm throwing that in the trash. Like, no, we never throw a rag away unless it's extremely ripped or it got burned while someone was cleaning the oven, nigga, in the trash can. Yeah, shit. Sue me. Guaranteed. Boy, listen, it won't be the first lawsuit. It won't be the last. All right, here we go. Oh, man. What is going on here? What in the devil? All right, we're going to keep on pushing, though. Sometimes I wonder if the things that I do, just Black people do, or if they're things that others do also, you know? I wish that it wasn't so much hate and fear that we can't even have these conversations. Like the only way for me to learn about the dynamic of white societies is to watch white comedians expose themselves the way black people do. You know what I mean? Like I was at the job wondering and started to posting and asking. I was like, fuck it. But I was wondering, is it just black people or is it all people to go into a new job, read and understand the company policies, dress code and all. And then after you see, I don't know, anywhere between 3 and 7 people violating, you be like, fuck it, I'm gonna put my left foot in the game. You go to the job and it said, no hair should be on your collar and your nails shouldn't be longer than a quarter inch. Okay, you go in, you see people who hair on their collar, you see people who nails way too long, who not even supposed to have nails, and you like, fuck that. You see people who got piercings, and you be like, fuck that. They didn't know it. They said no piercings, but I seen two queens with the nose rings. I seen two queens with the nose rings. I'm about to buck on their ass. I'm trying to figure that out. Anyway, sis said, my son is a geek, but he's not gross like dude. I don't think dude is gross. I think that dude is um I don't know what dude is, okay? I think dude is following directions and I don't know, sis. I don't know. Queen, this shit baffled the fuck out of me too. And I'm all for the geek shit. My nephew's a geek, but he is a little bit gross. He's also young though. You know, young boys, they just don't give a fuck. I don't know. Let's not talk about the grossness of of all that. Okay. I just give thanks. I don't even know how much I make. I know I'm guessing minimum wage. I don't know how much I make. I didn't want to hear minimum wage, and so I didn't ask them how much I make yet. Okay. If they tell me a number that's too low, it's gonna the last shift I work is gonna be the last shift I work. So in my mind, I wait, get a check, no matter the amount of the check. It's one check more than what I had. And so I can be grateful. So I'm just gonna do that. I keep reminding myself, Ife, you're here for more than money. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. This is not enough money. Okay. This is not enough money. The money you made in 7 hours yesterday, one sister made a purchase for that last night before you went to sleep. Don't be here for money or you're going to be up out of here. Be here and let money be the plus. Be here with some other purpose. Okay. You're here to ignite something, to incite something. Okay. And then money you'll happen to get also. Okay, so that's gonna help me get through the 4 weeks of work that I need to cover us. Okay. All right, let's get on to this because we've been on here for 37 minutes and I didn't want to stay on for an hour today. I need to work out before I work because it's difficult to work out in the evening. I'm usually happy working out, and I was a little bit sad to be working out last night at 10:30, trying to run 2 miles so I can clock my commitment to self before midnight. All right, what and how we eat determine the effectiveness of our lives. There are natural food alternatives, so we don't have to feel deprived. We can simply make better choices. Symptoms from eating a violent, toxic diet. Women, verbally abusive to men. Men, physically abusive to women. Stressed out parents, unable to talk to children, using blows instead. Gossiping, inability to let go of resentment, depression, and worry, abusive, animalistic, or uncontrollable sexuality. The following formulas and activities will help you eliminate violence from your life. This includes violence from your mate, boss, parents, children, and even your girlfriends. Most time when we think of violence, we think only of male on female violence. When we are abused, put down, or taken advantage of, or when we experience violence, we may receive it from various directions, even from our sisters, children, mates, or friends. That's a big, big thing. There are so many women that are in abusive relationships with their children. I know that I was until I recognized that that's what it was. Like I actually had to sit down with my children because I'm 100 with them and tell them, if you were a man, I would block you. And that's straight up. If you were a man, you would have been blocked. The door would be closed, locked, and the key thrown away. I would be but a memory to you. And meant it with everything in me. You make promises and you don't keep them. Like I can't trust you. You don't look out for me. You don't consider me. You never put me first. You're self-centered, yo. That's it. You haven't considered me. You haven't weighed me in. I ask you to do something and you treat me like I'm a burden for asking you. You won't even make it easy for me to do the things that you've asked me to do for you. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. And you seen your mama block game strong, you'll be at your grandma's house. Listen, you'll be somewhere. Uh, Indeed, it's important to recognize where abuse comes from. Okay, where abuse comes from. Sometimes it's our sisters, our children, our mates, or even our friends. I had a best friend. I had a best friend for years and didn't recognize the abuse. Okay, I didn't recognize the abuse. And when I say abuse, I mean sabotage. Someone's thoughts about you are enough to abuse you. Do you understand that? There's something that Robin and I don't have to say anything. If I'm in a room and she walk in and she see me and there's a rule that we can't talk to each other and we can't touch each other, both Robin and I will feel enhanced or edified because we feel each other and we know each other and we love each other. We can damn near hear each other praising each other in our minds. You have to know that the same sweet goodness that comes from this experiment happens every time we interact with somebody who on a subconscious or private level don't really fuck with the guy. You feel me? All right, we love you, Julie. Um, yeah. Well, it manifests as sabotage. Like I said, I used to have a close friend who would get me dressed up so we could go out, but wanted me to dress down. Like she would always do that. Get me dressed up, and then I feel I look too good. And so then she wants to dress me down. Or he said, I remember multiple times she burned my hair once, offered to do something to my hair and then burned it purposely. Um, Offered to do my eyebrows once and purposely, botched them. Okay. It was funny and she was apologetic, but it was so funny. That's how you know. Okay. Somebody can find humor. You find any humor in hurting me. Any humor in hurting me. Some of us are in abusive relationships and we don't even recognize it. Reciprocity for me is the best way to know. I know um I know that you got my back. It's easy for me to have your back. I know you got my back. It's challenging for me to have the back of somebody who I don't know got my back, but I got them too. But it come easy for somebody who I know is riding with me. It come easy for me because, well, I'm favored. I'm favored. All right. We're talking about verbally abusive, being verbally abusive, physically abusive, stressed out and unable to communicate, an inability to let go of resentment or depression and worry, abusive, animalistic, or uncontrollable sexuality. All right. The end of violence, the peace and love diet, fast and pray, cleanse and purify. Let's work for a full 3-month season with these principles. Diet: eat beans, peas, tofu, soy meats, live and organic vegetables, fresh and unsprayed fruits. The diet must consist of 60 to 75 raw foods and 25 to 40% steamed foods for inner balance and rejuvenation of thoughts, attitudes, feelings, and overall wellness. Foods such as wheatgrass, spirulina, turnip greens, mustard greens, kale, and celery are the best taken in forms of live juices or steamed lightly. Consume these 2 or 3 times a day. The bath: add to your bath 2 to 4 pounds of Epsom salt, a few drops of lavender, essential oil. And remember, if you have high blood pressure, don't put salt in the bath. Uh, perfect proof that the things that we put on our bodies end up in our bodies. Be careful so that everything that crosses our lips, our mouths, draws us nearer to God. I don't mean heaven. I don't mean heaven, sis. If you got the edemas, don't get the salt in the water. To your bath, you're going to add 2 to 4 pounds of salt. Okay. An infusion of chamomile herbs steeped overnight in 1 quart of boiled water. Stay in the tub 1 to 2 hours. Begin by doing this bath 7 nights straight and then 3 times a week. Burn a small pink candle and give yourself a massage from head to toe in bath. Embrace your body and say, I've got the power to heal myself. I've got the power to stop my violence. I depend on myself. I support me. I allow only the best for me. I eat only the best, most peaceful, non-violent foods. Uh, you're gonna add 2 to 4 pounds in one bath. That's 2 to 4 pounds of salt in one bath. Okay, not over the course of it. That's 2 to 4 pounds of that's the whole bag, sis. It's the whole bag. Listen, you can go to Walmart, they're gonna think you're trying to get rid of a body. You're gonna get 15 bags of Epsom salt. No, really. I'm sure that because of so much salt, that's the reason that she says if you have edema or high blood pressure, you shouldn't. Because if it's just a sprinkle, let's be real, that's probably less salt than what you get when you have a drink from somewhere, a Gatorade. Okay. There are even brands of water that I can taste the salt in. So, if you hit it with the cow, you probably straight. But if you got 4 pounds in there, you all right, let's talk about salt. Let's talk about salt. All right. That real shit though. Let's talk about salt. I clean my bathtub with salt. I clean my dirty pots with salt. I put salt and then the granules help me to exfoliate. So when we think salt, we think preservation, we think exfoliation. Okay. Like we know that salt, the salt of the earth. We know the power in the salt. It's just a shat. That's all the shit. Queen, you trying to get us to heaven. Okay. You know what? So that's what we'll do tomorrow. We'll talk more about salt tomorrow. Because said we wasn't gonna stay on here. That's it. Tomorrow we're gonna talk about salt and the salt baths and all of that. Okay. But that's peace. When I say we're gonna talk about it, it means I'm gonna meditate on it. I'm gonna pray and I'm gonna ask spirit, yo, why is she talking about 2 to 4 pounds of salt? How am I do? What's up? And once we know, I'll share with you. All right. Women, let it be known that you are a healer of your life and that anyone and anything that crosses your path is due for a healing. Okay. It's due for a healing. That has been one of the most liberating things for me. When men or women approach me and for a courtship or sex, okay, my presumption is always we supposed to be healing one another. You got a tool in your bag that I need, and I maybe got something in my bag that you need. So that's always my first mind. Um, you gonna come out ashe as fuck. So you gonna get out of 4 pounds of salt, ashy as all hell. Nah, you gonna be ashe as all hell. Okay. All right. Let it be known that you're a healer of your life and that anyone and anything that crosses your path is due for a healing. When you heal everyone who comes near you, you heal their violence. Nothing stops violence like purity and inner peace. Not guns, not the scrap, not punches. Joy is a choice. Hold on to it. Whatever happens, don't give up your joy. I say, I say this about peace, and my peace is my joy. My peace is my love, and my peace is my happiness. When I say peace, I literally can feel like the goosebumps all over my body. Joy is a choice. Hold on to it. Whatever happens, don't give up your joy. If someone is angry or hostile towards you, learn and study what they're expressing. Allow yourself to grow from it, but all the while, very quietly, hold on to your joy, your sanity, your peace. Inner peace draws external peace to you in the end, as inner love of self draws external love. Inner happiness manifests as bliss externally. Hold on to your peace. Peace is a precious gift. Ooh, from the Most High to those who are obedient to the natural laws. Hold on. Hold on, let me get this out. We're gonna get we done, but I do need to tell you something about that though, right quick. Okay, hold on. Okay. Um, hold on. Hold on to your peace. Peace is a precious gift from the Most High to those who are obedient to natural laws. All right, that's the fine print. To those who are obedient to natural laws. To natural laws. Damn. Heal a woman, heal a nation. Okay, yeah. Since tomorrow is the last day we'll be together this week, privately, we'll tomorrow pick up on heal a woman, heal a nation, and we'll also cover salt. Okay. Okay. I love you. I love you. I love you. Make sure I follow this page so we don't waste time trying to find it tomorrow. Salt, heal a woman, heal a nation. All right. I love you. Mwah. I'll see you tomorrow, same time, same channel on my YouTube feed. Okay, I love y'all. Great rising. On my YouTube feed, I don't know if I made this a private link or not. I should have. So if you are not on Patreon and you are viewing this with me, I need you to inbox me because that was unintentional. Um, yeah, again, we go live Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Like we do a lot of intimate building if you're with me on Patreon. Okay. So we already got the slumber party where we're going to actually link up and meet each other and be with each other. I almost let the cat out the bag. Almost let the cat out the bag. All right. I'm trying to keep the theme under wraps for right now. But yeah, so if you hear, inbox me or comment and tell me that you want to be in the private group. That's $9.99 a month. I promise it's worth more than your Netflix, I say. All right, I love you, and we will, if you're on Patreon, we'll be together again tomorrow. And if you're not on Patreon, you'll be in my inbox so we can be together again tomorrow. I love you. Peace. Oh, gratitude. Gratitude, sis. Oh, my bad.